Well, welcome back to week 4 of our van conversion diary. It's another beautiful blue sky day.
It is. Change from where we've been this week, isn't it?
Yeah, we had a little break away to Norfolk where we had the only grey weather in the whole country for the whole week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We still had a nice time.
We did. So it's perfect weather for being on the roof all day, drilling holes for solar panels.
Solar panels, and my favourite pastime of drilling holes in our nice expensive van.
Hey, you're good at it now.
We've just been out, took it out for its first trip since we fitted the windows and the max air fan, and nothing fell out, so that's a bonus.
That's good. Yeah, nothing fell out.
That's all good.
All good. So we've got a few things on the list for this weekend. Solar panels being one, and we need to pull the rest of the cables through. We need to make some decisions about security cameras and where they're going.
Yeah.
And we might get some wood lining done.
Yeah, Vincent bought some 12mm ply. Like I said, we're going to do the lining with that, not the lining, the battening out. So we've got the 12mm ply, and again went to the local wood merchant, way cheaper than going to the high street, so can't recommend that enough. If you were watching last week, you'd have realised that we were pulling our hair out and completely lost the will to live with these solar panels and how to secure them to the roof. But now we've worked it out. We've cut our uni-strut to size, and basically let's show you what we're going to do.
I'm going to lay out the panels on the floor here with the beams, so yeah, struts, things, and then work out where the joining brackets are going, so we get those all in the right place. It's really fiddly up there to reach across and stuff, so put it down here, no one's going to wobble off the ladder, and we can see as it's very sunny. Right, after much deliberation and cogitation, we've decided where the brackets are going, worked out all the bolt-in systems and clips and stuff. So now we need to drill some holes in the back of the solar panel frames to attach all of these in the right place, and then we need to attach the uni-strut on the roof and then lift each solar panel up on top.
Yep.
Or are we touching it? No, we can't lift 2 solar panels up, can we? It's too heavy.
No, it's just one at a time.
Right, let's drill some holes in the very expensive solar panels. Right, we've made an amendment to the fixings.
We've changed the plan again.
We have, again.
We're good at that.
We like to talk about things for 4 days before we actually get them done. We're a bit worried these were sitting too close to the edge of here. We literally, well, you didn't even have 5mm of metal of this aluminium frame. So we just had a look to see what we got in stock. So now we're all going to have one of them.
So it's
But then we've run out of these anyway, because we are. So we're going to do 2 of them on the other ones, but they ain't going anywhere now.
So we're doing M8 bolt with a washer, and on the bottom end, nylon nut, just to hold it all in place. Stop it all from coming undone. So I feel much happier now with that. Solid as a rock.
Solid as a rock.
Alright, let's crack on.
Bye.
Going down. Oh, stuck. Which one's on it? Back one and the third one. Washer first.
Bolt and washer.
Bolt and washer first. Bolt and washer first. Which one is going in again? Must be that one, surely. on there like that.
Oh,
Oh, you're going to get Sikaflex on you now.
that's okay. I love it so much. It's my favourite thing. I've had a week gone by where it's not still been on my arms after 4 days of showers.
So the positive of this one connects to the negative of that one. Then we have a positive coming off of that one. The negative, and there's a negative of this one, which will run down. So you've got a negative cable, positive cable, and a negative cable, yeah.
Yep.
And then one cable connecting that positive to the other negative. So that's on one. Do exactly the same on the other. And then we join the two positives together, the two negatives together, and that makes one cable going into the van. One positive, one negative. If I can do that, I'd rather do that with these in place than to be guessing. Oh, I think they were filming me doing that.
Why?
Because it wasn't very convincing, was it?
Well, we've never done it before, so if it goes wrong, then we learn from it, huh? So 2 of the panels are in place and paired up with their wires, and now the job is to drill the hole where we've got the sort of wire point coming through to the batteries inside. Right, good morning, we're back at it. Steve's just finishing off the last bits of the solar last night. There's a few nuts to tie and things, and he's just feeding the wires through into the van. Whilst he's doing that, I'm going to try and get access to the battery. You might have to remove the whole floor to get to it. Well, yeah, because where there's bolts with the lid is shut down, they're under the next bit of floor. I lied, I'm in. Along with all the insects in the world. There's a lot of insects, but there might have just been one, but it was big. Yeah. But it was like that one off Jurassic Park. Yeah. Right, I found the battery. I'm going to clean the floor. It's gross.
Okay, so we are nearly there with the solar. So let me explain what we've done. So the two panels on the front are connected in, let's get this all the way around, series, and the two panels in the back are connected in series. But then they're paralleled because basically the two positives from the front array and the back array come to here to join one connector, and same with the negatives, but they're on that side. So I've joined those two together, so they're the two positives come into one positive. So I just need to put my fuse, connect that, and then we've got power inside. And then to do the same with the negative on the other side, and then hopefully I'll go and check it. All our solar is done. Just need to do a couple more bolts just to make sure it's bolted down properly, a little bit of an adjustment, and that job is finished. Hooray. Right, are you waiting to hoover?
Yep.
With Henry?
Yep.
Off you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So this is what's now known as the ladybird. Looks a little bit like a bug, straight ladybird. This is obviously going to cap off, I don't know if you can see it. So we drilled the hole through yesterday, we've put a grommet in, we've just fed the positive and negative feeds in. This is going to fit nicely into there. Don't lift them any higher than that. It's all going to screw down, seal it with some sealant. That's that job done. Then we've just got to make sure we run this negative cable and leave a little bit of slack underneath, so if we do need to change anything, we've got access. But I'm feeling quite accomplished now after yesterday. Felt I didn't get anywhere, even though we did go a long way.
Yeah, we got a long way yesterday.
Nearly there.
Those shiny babies.
Yeah. Right.
Right, solar is all bolted down. The longest job in van history.
Why do some things take so long? Right, now I've lost the fuse.
You're getting stressed.
Or did I leave it up there?
There's so many baby birds so hungry. It sounds like we live in an aviary. It's all up there.
Oh, that's not right.
Oh.
Did you ever notice that?
What?
This bolt's not even round the right way. Right, I'll do that in a second. Zzz. So that is definitely the positive because it's connected to the positive and fed it through, but I'll check it with the multimeter in a bit anyway just to make sure and triple check when we do the other one. It's not connected yet anyway, so don't panic. It's not connected. Right, one down. Look at that. So I've left a bit of blood on that roof. I haven't wiped it off. I've left it there as a reminder.
Blood, sweat and tears.
So you're going to be really careful with these. So these are...
It's like there's literally a whole family of starlings all just sat there shouting to be fed.
They can have a go at this if they want. So this is now live because I've connected everything. I know this is the positive and this is the negative because we fed them through, but I'm just going to triple check. So with the voltmeter, I'm going to put the positive on the positive, the negative on the negative, and I should get a read in, which I do. If I was to reverse it, with reverse polarity, just to be triple sure, I should get a negative number. Quite hard to do when you try not to electrocute yourself. Which I do. Excellent. So that is definitely positive. That is definitely negative. Ooh, negative. So I've checked that 5 times now. So that's good. So what I'm going to do, obviously these are live. I suppose I could disconnect it upstairs, but I'm going to leave it connected. I'm going to add it to the circuit breaker. So I'm just going to tidy the ends up, and then in not too long a distant future, we will get it put away in its proper hole. I'm not going to clamp the ends. I'm not going to strip the wires I'm in at the end because I'll do that.
You?
Let me fit it properly.
You won't be doing that while it's still connected.
Maybe it's connected to the control point.
Oh.
Well, I'm doing this.
Oh.
There we go. So it's off. It's safe. I'll just double check the other ends. Positive. Negative. Nothing's getting through. I suppose we could do a quick test. Turn it on. Positive, negative. No, lots is getting through.
Yay! We got solar!
High five, camera fight, yay! We've got nothing to connect it to, but we've got solar. Hurrah! It's a bit off. How? You look at it, you know what I mean. I don't have to explain it.
What's coming through this one?
That's 12 volt, so that's that one there.
What?
That one there, that's the end of that one there. So it'll be 12 volt wires for that one. I mean, I suppose worst case.
Well, what is this wire?
This is for the DC to DC charges. This is for charging when the engine's running. Charge the batteries.
Okay.
Sure it is. Going to.
It's weird though, isn't it? There.
See.
Oh gosh, bird was coming in.
Let's leave that for now. Back out a bit. I don't know what to do now. Are you ready?
Yes. Yeah, keep pulling. I think you're nearly there. Oh, all right.
Yep.
Does it matter if I run out of rope?
You shouldn't run out of rope.
Okay. I must be nearly there then, because that is the rope gone. Yay!
Oh, why weren't they all that easy?
Right. That method worked, so we're trying again with another one. But we had a method before that worked on one, but not on another. So we'll see. See what happens.
It's not. Anymore.
Any more?
Just don't let that end disappear.
What, the end of the rope?
Yeah.
Right.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh. Right, stop. It's hard work, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not sure we're doing this the right way.
Right. So whilst we're sorting out wiring, we thought we'd do the wiring for the Wi-Fi. Which is this little device. So So that is going to go on the roof. Over here, so we can run the cable into, we've got a larder cupboard thing going in, and then that will sit in the cupboard, nice and tidy. That's quite big. Yeah, so that'll go in the cupboard. So I'm just cutting out the template that came in the instructions for the roof. Now we can work out where it's going and where the hole needs to go. Template. Oh, you said you finished drilling holes in the roof.
Yeah. Forgot about this. One more hole in the roof. Ready? Okay. There's a mess. Hello. Well, that seemed easy. Right, so that's that just come through that hole there. Looked really easy to stick on with that 3M tape. So just going to feed this lock nut, I suppose, onto there. Tighten that up. Don't want to overdo it, but that looks pretty tight. So there we go, Wi-Fi in. Look at that, primer and all. So that will just sit now until we're ready to put the router in the cupboard.
Need to run it through, don't you?
Oh, need to run it through. It's going to run down the wall a little bit, so I'll do that. Some right squeaky floorboards in here, isn't there?
There are. It's terrible. Right.
The end of another day where I don't feel like we've actually done much, but we've been at it all day again.
We've done loads.
Weird. Anyway, so quick recap of the day. Solar, done, finished, in.
Wired.
Strapped down, soldered
Wired in. There.
To there.
To there. Tested. Working.
Yep, so that's good to go. Bunch of cables, look like an absolute mess. It is an absolute mess.
It's a tidy mess.
It's a tidy mess. Everything's labelled, we know what everything is, everything's run. Obviously there's a little bit more tidying up to do, but we've got all our 12 volt. We've even put in the most important bit of all, first world problems, the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi.
That is important.
It is important, you're right. So Wi-Fi is good to go. Well, it's not good to go. Shower light, everything.
So the only wire we're missing is the one for the diesel heater.
Yeah, because I haven't got that yet.
Because it hasn't come yet, and the skinny red one.
The skinny red one, which is the trickle charge for the DC-DC. It goes from the battery to the
motherboard.
Inverter.
We're having a motherboard.
The motherboard. Yeah, we've
The
got
mothership.
The motherboard.
Yeah. So the wire we had wasn't long enough.
Yeah. So which we knew we weren't going to have exactly the right amount of cable. It's fine. Just contact the company. They'll send us what we need, and then we will be good. Wiring done.
Right. So we need to get that sorted later then.
Yeah.
There was some water tank.
Yeah. Next mission, we're going to order the water tank. So we're doing an over the wheel arch one for our fresh water, and then waste is going to go underneath. Reason being we want the fresh inside is because we are going to go to cold places, aren't we? And it just maybe reduces the risk of it freezing. Waste can freeze, that's easy to sort that one out, but you don't want your fresh water to freeze, do you really?
No, and we've heard that it's not so easy to get that under slow either on these.
Yeah, maybe.
So, so that's that. We've spent a bit of the day looking at hobs, sink sizes, bed frame, that kind of thing. So we might have a little run out one day this week and go to that well-known yellow and blue shop and get those bits we need.
Yeah. Something one thing we talk about for a moment then. So that's it. Today is actually Sunday, so we've had it all weekend. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening now. So we're going to switch off. It's back to work tomorrow. Booty hoo.
We're going to park the van in its proper place.
Park the van in its proper place because our lovely neighbours have been away on holiday, are back, and back in the next week, and we don't want to take up their drive anymore. So
yeah.
Out of the way.
So we're going to
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we'll do a bit of shimmying of the vehicles.
Yeah.
And then probably a bit of after work stuff. Maybe.
Yeah, odds and jobs throughout the weekend, throughout the week.
Odds and jobs.
Odds and jobs. Odds and sods. Don't know. Actually, there is one more thing we're going to do tonight before we finish. We're going to do the water test.
Oh yes, let's do that now.
Maybe a good idea, maybe not. leaky solar. Let's see.
Right, so I am all sealed up inside for the great water test. I can put you there, and then we can see if anything happens. Yep. Okay. No, I think we're good. Good job.
Well, so it's midweek, getting towards the end of week 4 now, so just doing little bits and bobs jobs, no major jobs on, with work and everything going on. So one thing I have done, I haven't filmed it, I've got one more to finish off, so I'll probably film me doing that, is I've started to add the, I can never remember this word, what's it called? The battening, the framing, ready for like the walls to go on. So I've put in these, I've glued and screwed these 12mm bits of ply to all the cross beams, like I say, apart from that one. So they're ready to take the ceiling when it's ready to go. Obviously in some of these we've got electrical cables running across, so I've been really careful in adding the screws. One, they're kind of small screws anyway, and two, I've managed to kind of poke them up with my finger, so when I've drilled in, I know I've definitely not got into those, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that's all good. So I'm going to finish this off, and then I'm going to think about starting on the sides. Kind of still a little bit torn between just kind of screwing in the 12mm ply and using riv nuts and things. I think probably for the bed frame and support, because I'm going to be honest, it's got to take a bit of weight, let's be honest. I'll use the riv nuts and some bit more chunky bits of wood, and for everything else, in terms of the framing out, I'll be able to get away with a 12mm, not get away with, I'll be able to use a 12mm ply and just screw it in. So I think that's what we're going to do. So yeah, let's do a bit of that. Let's do this bit. So my ingenious idea of cutting a little notch in this piece of wood, so it's obviously going to sit on there nicely. Oh, door shut. So that the cable could run through there. was a complete waste of time. I could have just glued it straight on, because I found a little hole in the side there, tucked a little bit of conduit in just to protect it from the kind of sharp metal edges, and run it through there. So I could have left it on, but it doesn't matter, it's fine. No one's ever going to see it again. In my excuses, it gives us access to that point if we need it. That's exactly what I was thinking all along. I'm not making this up as I go along at all, honest, promise. Just going to mark out where I can drill for a screw, because obviously lots of holes and gaps in here, so I want to make sure I'm screwing into something, not just the hole, so it's going to hold it in place. So it's quite an easy, doesn't have to be precise, just roughly. And I just need to be a bit careful. Oh, no, not there. Around here, because I do not want to be going into drilling into there or screwing into there, because that would be very bad. I'm hoping the Sikaflex will just hold it up anyway, so I don't necessarily need the screws, but belt and braces. Right, I'm not going to lie, today hasn't quite gone to plan, or this evening hasn't quite gone to plan. You know, tell it as it is and all that, it's not all brilliant, not everything works first time, as you've probably noticed already, but it's definitely gone wrong today. So what I was planning on doing, or what I have done, well, I have done some things I suppose that have gone. Managed to get all these beams up now, these cross members, so that's all good. I was putting in the first bit of battening down this side. As you can see, I'd used the riv nut gun, whatever you want to call it, for the first time. I put the riv nuts in. It was all going well. I'd lined the holes up, I drilled the holes. This was, I'll show you that, probably give you an inkling it went a bit wrong. One long bit of wood that's now snapped in half. Anyway, I'll try and show you what I've done. So I'd put it up, drilled my holes, all lined up lovely, put the bolts in. And then this one, as you can probably see from the state of the hole now that was there, it was like that. It's now like that, because the bolt, for whatever reason, wouldn't go into the riv nut. It lined up, just when I started to screw it in, it just stopped and wouldn't go. And I couldn't get it out, wouldn't go in, couldn't get it out. I ended up trying to hacksaw it through and done a load of damage to the side of the van. Cheryl's going to be chuffed to bits when she sees that, but I'll just paint it over, it'll be fine, it's going to be hidden. I tried to put it out, tried to put a pair of pliers on the inside to get it out, couldn't get it out. Anyway, cut a long story short, in the end I had to break the bit of wood in half and push the bolt through, and it came out the other side, so that's not gone so well. Annoying, frustrating, first time we've done it, I've done it. Cheryl's not here, she's gone to do something else because we have other important things to do in the world. I don't know, I find it harder when she's not here. We bounce off each other, we're a good team, but I've not done a lot tonight. So I'm going to finish off, try and get some easy wins. I'm going to put some of the heat, like this stuff, whatever it's called, you can tell my brain's not working, up on there to cover this bit I haven't done yet. Finish off a couple of bits and bobs. I'm going to put this board, I'm not going to waste it, up here. I'm just going to use some self-tapping drilling screws, going to put that bit there. I'm going to fill this little gap up here, a little bit of insulation in there. Probably do the other side as well because we haven't done that bit yet. And then I think I'm going to call it a night. Go and make some tea. So there we go, cheerful Steve. Some days things just don't seem to go your way, do they? You have to put it down to experience and move on. Right, let's finish off on a positive. Let's do a couple of good jobs that are easy jobs that are going to at least feel like we've achieved something this evening. Smile, smile. Well, it's not a very tidy workplace. It's not been a particularly happy workplace today, in all honesty, but we've got some more jobs done. Got some more insulating done. We started the battening, one piece. Nowhere near as much as I was hoping for, but we've lived and we've learnt. So, moving on, tomorrow's another day. Good night.